Palestine's Prime Minister Rami Hamdallah survived an assassination attempt earlier today. An explosion targeted the Palestinian Prime Minister Rami Hamdallah's convoy as he arrived in the Gaza Strip. Several people were injured in the incident. However, Hamdallah and officials accompanying him escaped unhurt. The attack took place shortly after his convoy entered the territory run by Islamist movement Hamas. The Hamas Interior Ministry has arrested 3 suspects. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack so far. And joining me live from Amman in Jordan is my colleague Daniele Pagani. Good evening, Daniele. What are you learning about the attack, the assassination attempt on Rami Hamdallah and his accompanying delegation? Daniele, if you are still with me and can hear me, I meant to ask you, what's the latest you are picking up on the assassination attempt on Palestine's Prime Minister Rami Hamdallah's convoy in Gaza earlier today? Right, we'll try to fix that connection with Daniele in a bit, but just to recap for the benefit of viewers who might just be tuning in, news coming in from West Asia, Palestine's Prime Minister Rami Hamdallah survived an assassination attempt earlier today. An explosion targeted the Palestinian Prime Minister's convoy as he arrived in the Gaza Strip. Several people were injured in the incident. However, Hamdallah and his officials escaped unhurt. The attack took place shortly after his convoy entered the territory run by Islamist movement Hamas. The Hamas Interior Ministry has arrested 3 suspects. However, no group has claimed responsibility for the attack. Right, so these are the visuals coming to you from the site of the attempt on the life of Rami Hamdallah. His motorcade was entering Gaza, and 3 suspects have since been arrested for the assassination attempt on Rami Hamdallah and his accompanying delegation. Hamdallah and his officials escaped unhurt. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack yet. Right, so we'll shortly be joined by my colleague Daniele Pagani, who's standing by in Amman, Jordan, for the latest on the assassination attempt in Gaza on Rami Hamdallah, Palestine's Prime Minister, and his motorcade. Right, so I'm told Daniele is back with us. Daniele, if you can hear me, I meant to ask you about the latest you are picking up about this assassination attempt on Rami Hamdallah.
Good evening to you, Ramesh, and good evening to all our viewers. Indeed, as you said, it's early to say because no groups claimed responsibility for this attack. Certainly, Mr. Hamdallah in Gaza has a certain amount of enemies. Remember that he is a man of Fatah, the party currently ruling the Palestinian authorities in the West Bank, but not ruling over Gaza, where still Hamas holds the power despite the agreement. What we can say is that this was a deliberate attempt against the life of Mr. Rami Hamdallah. There is no one who claimed responsibility, but Fatah was quick to blame Hamas for this attack, even if Hamas did not claim absolutely this attack, and instead saying they have nothing to do with the bomb, and they took all the needed measures in order to preserve the life and the security of the Prime Minister of Palestine. There is a blame game going on. As I told you, Mr. Hamdallah has a certain amount of enemies inside the Gaza Strip. Fatah and Hamas are currently trying to reconciliate after a decade of harsh fighting and a broken relation. Remember that in 2007, Hamas militarily kicked out the Palestinian Authority and Fatah from the Gaza Strip, taking control of the Gaza Strip. In October and November, under Egyptian patronage, the two factions sat down and started negotiating. But not everyone is happy in Hamas because of these negotiations, especially the armed wing, the most extreme faction of Hamas, is not happy with the mediation, Ramesh. So it might be one of them, or maybe some other more extreme formation active in Gaza, like the Islamic Jihad, to have attacked the Prime Minister of Palestine, Rami Hamdallah.
Right. Also very quickly, Daniel, it's interesting because Mahmoud Abbas, Palestine President's office, is accusing Hamas of the attempt on the life of Rami Hamdallah. But the intelligence chief, Majid Faraj himself, says it's too early to accuse anyone of the attempt. Now, will this come as a setback for the reconciliation talks happening between Fatah and Hamas?
It is definitely a problem on the table. It is a risk, yes. Fatah has been very quick to condemn this attack and to blame Hamas for this. And as I said, Hamas absolutely refused all allegations, saying that they took each and every measure possible in order to preserve Rami Hamdallah's life. It is strange that Fatah is being so quick in accusing Hamas. It sounds like a sort of a political accusation, perhaps to start a blame game in order to put pressure on Hamas to maybe give up a part of its military during the negotiations. Certainly, a bomb against the Prime Minister of Palestine will not help the two factions reconcile, especially if at any given point of time someone close to Hamas will be found responsible for this attack.
Right. Daniel Pagani in Amman, thank you so much for joining me on WION Dispatch.